everyone, welcome to another episode of Effin' Opinions. First of all, before we start, I didn't think that I was going to be able to upload a video this week. I'm actually not supposed to be home right now, but through some circumstances that were not under my control, I don't have to be anywhere right now, so I'm going to make this video. So we're talking about books today, and let me pause that conversation for just 1 minute so you can all admire my Betsy Johnson bag. Where is it? There it is. Look at that bitch. Oh, I love it so much. $50 on sale. Well worth it. Oh, if I could marry a bag, I would marry this bag. I would make love to this bag every single night of my existence. Look at this bag. Look at it. Oh my god. Oh, bag. I realize that it may seem a little strange. We're gonna move on. I just saw it in the background and I let my emotions get the best of me. Anywho, who the fuck says that? I don't know. Weird. I'm in a weird mood today. Which means I'm gonna have a really fun time editing this. So, we're talking about books. Let me start this conversation off by saying that you can see right into my closet. Alright, we're back. Woo. Now, books. I am anti-e-reader. In that war. I am anti-e-reader. I don't like them. I think they're stupid. Hate them. I know a lot of people who have them and like them. But an e-reader can't do this. An e-reader can't do that. You can't smell it like, yeah, it's not moving. You can't do that. Oh, that smells good. It smells like book. It's a... Oh. I'm good with technological things, you know. I'm cool with us advancing and whatnot, but when you touch my books, you've gone too far. Maybe they're better, like, to travel with, okay? They're smaller, you can just fit in your little bag or whatever and go. But, no, the only way that I will get an e-reader is A, if it's free, or B, if they stop making books altogether, and the only way to read then is if you have an e-reader. That's the only way I would get one. Solidarity. No, but I like to read, if you noticed, The Hunger Games. I just finished it last week. If you haven't read it, you should read it. I'm highly obsessed. They shut down my game on Facebook that I always play. I'm super pissed about it because I play that game every day. So I had to find a new game. And they have a Hunger Games game on there. And it's really fun and you should play and be my friend and then we can help each other. In the Hunger Games. No, but seriously, you should read. I wanted to watch the movie so bad. And I was like, I don't want to watch the movie until I read the book. Because the book is always better than the movie. They did leave some things out of the movie, but hello, it's always hard to turn a almost 400-page book into a 2-hour movie. It's always hard. But they did really well with it, I thought. They hit all the points, and I kind of liked it more, only because the book is only from Katniss's point of view. With the movie, you saw more of Haymitch, which I thought was cool. I love his character, and I really sympathized with him more in the movie than in the book. And then you also saw the riot, and I'm guessing that was District 11, this district after she died. Whenever I hear a side song now, I want to go. I catch myself and I'm like, shit, we don't live in that world. It's a good thing about books. You can go somewhere else, and you don't have to deal with this shit. It's handy. So, I am highly into young adult novels. It's my thing. I know a lot of people who are, and it's really great. A lot of people who aren't young adults who are into young adult books, and it was never like this when I was younger. When I was younger, we did have young adult books, but they were more like stupid. We had The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and what's that other one? The time one. A Glitch in Time. I actually read A Glitch in Time in elementary school. So what I read when I was a young adult, I read romance novels. You know, the cheap, dirty ones. Yeah, I read those. A lot. Because you can finish one of those in like a day. Let's be honest here. And my grandmother, who taught me the love of reading, and she always read as well. She always read romance novels. So there was never a shortage of them. I would go over and pick out the ones that she had already read, and out of that pile, I would pick out the ones that were interesting to me, and but now, I never got to read really young adult books. The only young adult book that I read as a young adult was the book Speak, which is a really amazing book, and if you haven't read it yet, I highly suggest you do. I don't remember who wrote it. All of my already read books are packed up, so I would have to dig for that. But it's called Speak, and it's really amazing, and definitely should read it. So yeah, I think I'm living maybe. I write young adult. No, I don't. I wrote one. I always mean to write a young adult novel, but then it always turns into an adult one. So, I have 2 young adult novels. Both of them are not finished. I will get on that one day. I got a little discouraged when nobody wanted to pick up my first novel after 2 years of me trying to get it published. So I went back to the drawing board, aka procrastinating on everything. I think the reason that I love young adult novels is that they may be written for a younger audience, but you would never know it really, only for the lack of sex. But that doesn't mean there's not a lack of romance. And the themes usually are not very, young adult either. I really should have pulled out my favorite books instead of just the one I just got finished reading and then the one that I am reading now. but I didn't do that because I didn't want smart to do that. Besides, picking favorite books is hard for me. I like too many. I always go with the classic Jane Eyre. That's my favorite classic book. If you haven't read it yet, it's amazing and you should read it. And very sad. I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, Jane. But I highly recommend it. More modern favorite book, I can't even begin to tell you because I have no idea. I'm going to go with The Hunger Games just because I just finished reading it. And I'm totally obsessed with it right now. See? You see? I'm doing it right. People who don't like to read. I used to get really mad at those people. Like, because I'd be sitting there, I'd be sitting there like this. Right? And people would be like, what's your book about? And I would tell them, oh, okay. I don't like to read. Who the fuck doesn't like to read? What is your problem? What do you do with your time? I don't understand. And this was before Tumblr, so, I didn't understand. All we had was AOL chat. Or something. What was that other one? I don't know. Anyway, my name was Tinkerballer69. That was a different time. But no, I used to get really mad at the people who didn't like to read. But now, I'm a little bit more patient with them. I'm like, well, maybe you haven't found the right thing to read. You like superhero movies? Why don't you go pick up a superhero comic? And then from there, maybe you can find a book that has a superhero theme. And then maybe check out books in similar. You'll find it. You'll find it. There's a quote out there that says, people who don't like to read just haven't found their favorite book yet. Or something like that. And I love that so much. That's kind of the approach I take with people now. Like, I don't understand how people don't read every day. I mean, I go through spurts. I really go like gung-ho. I'm gonna read every single day. I finish like a book like this thick in 3 days, and like hardcore, and then I'll go months without touching a book. I don't know. But it always comes back to that. The books. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The only people I can't stand when they read are like those political readers. Like, they're sitting there with their fucking Sarah Palin book and they're all like, oh yeah, Republicans. And I'm like, how can you stand to read that? That's so dry to me. I can't. I have to read stuff with imagination in it. But no, my suggestions are Hunger Games. If you want a little something modern, okay. If you're looking for a classic, go with Jane Eyre. If you're looking for poems, go with Emily Dickinson. And if you're going for short story, go with Edgar Allan Poe. Definitely always Mr. Poe wins all. Next week, we're going to be talking about anime. So tune in for that. So I'm gonna go now. See, I can't read this. I had to do it one more time. You see me reading a vampire novel, and you're like, oh, this work. She's into vampires. No, fuck you. Yeah, I'm into vampires. I'll summon one right now from the depths of hell and eat your face off, bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'll read what I want to read. Anyways. I like to read. Period. The end. Oh, this is such a weird video.